It says emergency bunk session. Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. Well, we're gonna
All right,
go. Let's start with that one. Says we're live.
All right. Welcome to a brand new episode of Anecdotally. Everyone reinforced the middle news analysis of the week. New analysis of the week, not news. New analysis of the week.
Yeah, because I are good with tenses.
Yeah. Well, it is new. It's every week. We don't talk about old shit on this channel. We don't talk
very
about much
rarely
shit on this
rehash.
channel, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike those Beauty and the Beta people who talked about shit that happened 3 weeks ago.
Well, not that, but they rehashed. There's a lot of sounders there that are rehash.
Yeah. They're still using I doubt it. And that's already been tried and convicted.
Yep.
Well, they plea dealed, but same difference. Welcome to a brand new episode. I'm not repeating what I just said. I am your host, Jay Fry, and with me, as always, is Sean. How's it going, Sean? Good. And not with us is Garrick. Garrick's going to give the same response Sean did.
Which is nothing.
And as always,
sorry, my son was
also not going to respond.
Was there?
I heard him.
Somebody joined us.
Oh, is the emergency bunk sesh over with, bud? Hope you washed your hands. Oh, he's gone.
And he's back.
Are we live?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Did you at least wash your hands?
Well, I decided to take a shower instead, knock out two birds with one stone.
Oh, so that actually was what you
Apparently, that is exactly what that was, which is a little bit too much
Oh,
information.
I did take a shower, but that's not what I did.
All right.
I merely represented the idea that I would be masturbating to a group full of guys. It's nothing gay about that.
I mean, based on what I see in that picture, though, I certainly could. Wouldn't be hard. I mean, it would be hard, but it wouldn't be tough.
For a second, I thought he was talking about your thumbnail.
Yeah.
Like, the AOC pick, yeah.
Yeah. So, other than Steven, he's just turned off everybody that we have listening.
Okay.
Except for Steven. Steven likes that shit.
I bet he does.
But where was it?
You ain't getting none of it, though.
Where was the poop?
Anyway.
Anybody got a first topic they want to get into?
Oh, interesting news. Speaking of AOC, apparently she's going to be in RuPaul's Drag Race. She's going to be a guest host or guest judge, rather. So, interesting story there. And apparently,
Just so you know, one of you drag queens pulled yourselves up by their bootstraps.
And apparently they dressed her up in drag fashion, but I have yet to see the pic.
So she's wearing a suit.
Pretty sure. I was going to say.
I know, I think they dressed her up more than that. Wait, we're live, right? Why don't I see it?
I don't know.
That was live to me.
Yeah, it's live.
Okay, let me search it. Okay, go ahead. Discuss while I do this.
Okay.
It's your goddamn topic.
I told you the bullet points would go with it.
All right. I was looking for something to watch on Amazon, and there's a movie called something like "Don't Die in Dallas" or something like that, and it is chock full of trannies. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. Didn't yet, but when I get off here, I'm gonna get off there. We'll see.
Again, this has started off terrible. Too much information all around. Ugh. Now for the appropriate the
Oh,
appropriate
no.
visual.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah, did you see that Rage Against the Machine is touring again,
Who they
and
endorse?
they're charging like $300 a ticket.
Yes, I did see that. Capitalism for the win, bitch.
Oh, so they're the machine you need to rage against.
Apparently. Yeah, I bet their Shea t-shirts are going for about 50 a pop too.
50, try 75.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yep.
I remember when I heard NoFX, which is a punk band, lost sponsors because of talking shit about the shooting in Vegas.
Yep.
It's
They
like
actually
a
had to
punk
cancel.
band with sponsors.
Well, they had to cancel their tour.
I was just disheartened to hear that.
Yeah.
It's like Pansy Division never had sponsors.
NoFX was always my favorite punk band.
They were most people's favorite. I
No,
agree.
a lot of people liked Pennywise. Like, I remember
Pansy
getting into
Division to me.
arguments in college about which was better, NoFX or Pennywise.
That's college. You literally Google that shit now. Name 3 Misfits songs. Fuck you. Not to brag or nothing, but I got to tape down the a sitting congressperson from New York for RuPaul's Drag Race, because that's fucking classy as shit. Can I do that? Just go on random ass TV shows? I know Michelle Obama was on an episode of NCIS.
Michelle Obama was on an episode of iCarly.
Oh, she was? I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, and the Secret Service got real fucking nervous when Dan Schneider rushed the stage.
Oh, too bad they didn't shoot him. Would have made a great headline.
Mexico City? What? Well, welcome, Ruben.
Yeah,
Hola!
I know. Buenas noches.
¿Cómo está? So let's talk about the title card here while we can. Klobuchar dropped today. Butt Gig dropped yesterday, and Steyer dropped the day before.
Yeah, it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And they've all endorsed Biden, who's won exactly one
Steyer?
state.
I didn't hear Steyer.
I think he did. I could be
I know
wrong.
Klobuchar and Booty Juice did.
Yeah. I think both of those two are bucking for the Veep position.
That explains why they didn't endorse Bloomberg.
Well, he's going to have Hillary be his Veep, and should his money win the election, she'll just have him offed, brutally suicided, Vince Foster style.
Yeah. I suppose all the time that Trump was under investigation for 2 years and nobody suspiciously committed suicide.
Well, they thought they were going to get him.
Yeah. Nobody committed suicide in that whole 2-year period.
Right. Well, because the end result of that wouldn't benefit Hillary directly. It just means Pence becomes president.
Stephen asks who's holding the gun in Klobuchar. Wait a minute, and we'll tell you, Stephen.
Yeah, we'll get to that one because that's an interesting one too. You might want to pull
Jumping
that
ahead of the. Yeah.
Okay.
Where the hell did I see that?
It does
I
look
think
like
it was
Elijah
Lens.
Cummings, doesn't he?
Quite
There
a
we go. That's who.
Yeah, it's not Cummings. And we'll get to that in a minute again, but he does look like Elijah Cummings.
suspiciously so.
In grainy YouTube, grainy YouTube / phone video, yes. But it's pretty clear that the DNC gave marching orders to Klobuchar and probably Buttigieg. I don't understand Pete dropping out. He literally basically won a state. I mean, if you want to argue about Iowa, he had no reason.
Didn't he
to drop
have
out.
the most delegates?
No, in the final recount, Bernie edged him out, but he was the first one to claim victory, and in the public's mind.
No, I mean overall. Didn't he get 6 and 6 with Bernie?
I don't know. I know he didn't show very well in New Hampshire, but in Iowa he did fine. James, I think what happened was that the DNC gave marching orders to non-viable candidates, both Buttigieg and Klobuchar, and told them to endorse Biden. Because in order to prevent Biden's son being investigated, which is happening too, there was a judge that I forgot what the specific article is, but the Dems are out there saying that it was only after Joe Biden won that the investigation into Hunter ramped up, which is not true. It happened at the middle of last week, before Saturday's run. It's just that in order to protect those who are compromised in Congress right now, that being Pelosi, Biden, Romney, and several others whose children are working in the Ukraine because the Ukraine is nothing but a money laundering scheme. They are going to have to rally the troops and circle the horses around Biden, and he's got to be the nominee. Otherwise, the investigation becomes suddenly legitimate, even though it's actually legitimate anyway. But they're going to say that it's a political thing more than a really needed to be investigated sort of thing, because Joe is guilty of the quid pro quo that they tried to impeach Trump on.
Literally announced it, and that the fact that there is no quid pro quo pisses me off even more than anything else. Yep. We just give you money for nothing.
Well, it's a money laundering scheme, literally. I mean, if you can stand him and you can sit through 3+ hours of this, Glenn Beck breaks down the whole Ukrainian thing.
That's where the story comes from.
Exceedingly well, because this shit started back when Bush was still president.
Three hours. The story about the Black Lives Matter thing is from the Blaze.
What's that?
What, Garrick?
I say, can you share a link to that in the chat so I can check it out?
Yeah, let me find it. I don't.
Thank you.
It might be behind a paywall.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll trade you yours if you trade you mine. I'll trade you mine if you trade yours.
I don't want your spooge.
Yeah, I don't want your stiff sock.
Do you pay for the Daily Wire?
No.
So you don't want to trade?
What? In the Daily Wire? Oh, paywalls?
Yeah, paywalls. I do the same thing with Netflix and Hulu with my cousin.
I think it's on YouTube, because I do remember watching a Biden video or a Beck video with like 7 chalkboards.
Yeah, he filled up every chalkboard he owns.
Yep.
It took like 3 different sets for him to break it all down. It was very impressive.
Good Lord.
There's a thing of Biden talking about his first 100 days in office, he's like, "What do you mean we're out of missiles?" Now it's just, "What do you mean we're out of chalkboards?"
Jay doesn't have DMs anymore, James.
Answer my DMs.
He ain't letting nobody slide into them no more.
And yes, Biden is quite literally incapacitated by dementia at this point. He can't remember shit.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
that's so not true. He was super coherent talking about Super Thursday.
Did you hear him call Chris Wallace Chuck? Which I don't know who he's referring to, but good God.
He thought he was talking to Chuck Todd.
Chuck Todd. There we go. I knew a Chuck somewhere in there.
My grandma's going through some mental stuff right now, and I didn't realize how bad it was until her brother died. And she had mentioned him a couple times during the conversation where I was calling to see how she was about the death of her brother. This is exactly how she is. It's not super obvious, like the occasional like. So where's the groceries? Oh yeah, I went to the store, but they didn't have what I was looking for. You went to the store for milk? They didn't have milk at the store? You know, like occasionally you can blow it off, but after a while it gets so blatant. Biden is super blatant. It's so blatant. I recently saw an SNL skit that had it was the debate, the 2 debates ago, not this last one. And they're like, "Mr. Biden, you have 60 seconds." And the response was, "Doctors told me I got 4 to 6 months." And it's like, ooh, the secret is out.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially.
I understand strategically. Let me try English. Strategically, why they need to have Biden be their nominee, but holy shit, is that just going to be a shit show? It's sad.
Okay, I'm still trying to understand. Who did he think he was running against when he said, "Take a look at vote for the other Biden, if not for me"?
No, he meant to say the other guy. Vote for the other guy, but he said Biden instead.
Good fucking Lord.
Or I think he might have meant to say guy then, but it came out as Biden. It's just honestly, I'm gonna let that one go because that's a simple slip of the tongue. It's just bad pronunciation, but
even if you meant to say vote for the other guy, why is he saying that? He's running. You never say vote for the other guy. You say vote for you.
Because it makes him think he thinks it makes him look like an alpha male that doesn't need, wishy-washy voters. You're like, I'm going to be the guy to beat Trump. You either vote for me or Trump wins again. Trump's going to win again. It doesn't really matter.
Well, you say that. Don't say vote for the other guy. Good God. It's not hard.
In Biden's defense, he was thinking Knicks, but saying Lakers. So they got conflated.
Yeah. But I mean, the Super Thursday thing is more of a problem. The fact he doesn't know what state he's in is a problem. The fact that he thinks his son was the Attorney General of the United States is a bigger deal. There's plenty of fuck-ups that you can really get him on.
Yeah, literally nothing happens on Thursdays in this country.
Yeah.
Like it's all Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Good Friday you could have fucked up, but Super Thursday.
Yeah.
And as for the other feller in this in our thumbnail. So what happened is the other day, BLM was trying to get a meeting with the DA of LA over the what's his name? Ed Burns? Hold on, let's look at the actual article here. Husband of Los Angeles DA pulls a gun on Black Lives Matter protesters, tries to shoot, and it was caught on video. Here's this pisses me off. This is by Carlos Garcia on March 2nd. Calls the district attorney Jackie Lacey spelled Lacey, later refers to the guy as Dave Lacey, Lacy.
That's some good editing there.
Yeah, someone wasn't paying enough attention. Anyway, Ed Buck recently got arrested. He's a wealthy Democrat donor, and he recently was found with 2 black men overdosing in his palatial estate. So BLM wanted to talk to DA Lacey, and they showed up at her home. 30 of them. 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning. That I didn't know. Didn't realize it was that early.
It says 5 in the morning, but it can't be because it's light out in the video.
It gets light here at 6, and California is basically right next door. So I mean, it's not. It is awfully light, but maybe that's
the light hits you before it hits California.
And maybe that's the porch light.
Looks like natural light. Anyway, I don't even care that much. But the fact of the matter is, 30 fucking people showed up on my front porch. Now, it's my front porch, not the street that is public property. My front porch. So, and he's instantly hostile against it. He's like, I don't care who you are, get off my porch. Because she says, the girl is, her name's Abdullah, or her last name. She says, good morning. And he says, get off my porch. He instantly said it. She says, are you going to shoot me? He said, I will shoot you. Get off my porch, he answered angrily. We're calling the police right now. They treated it as a joke and laughed it off. Excuse me, hiccup. Because they're stupid, naive college people. And don't understand like the serious threat they were under.
Right. No, and he would have been justified in shooting them.
Yeah.
That's a preponderance of force. And basically as close to a home invasion as you can get without crossing the threshold. So he would have been well within his rights to pop a couple of rounds off.
Joe Biden would have had you double barrel that shotgun out the front door, into the air, but still. So yeah, that is not Elijah Cummings with a gat.
Although let's talk about that trigger discipline real quick.
He's ready to destroy the target in front of him. I can't blame him for it.
It's awfully low.
Maybe it's a really high porch.
Maybe. Could be. Could be.
Could be. Well, she says it's pointed at her chest. Like, she literally says, her husband pulled a gun, cocked it, and pointed it at my chest. Now, that looks like a Glock to me. Could be maybe a SIG. But
that is not a SIG.
It looks... It could be one of the plastic ones.
Maybe. It's awfully tall.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of a big bitch.
It could be an H&K.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's a big gun for 10 rounds. California, am I right?
Want to bet that he has? Want to bet that he's got 15 in that?
Yeah.
If it's 10 rounds, would it be a SIG 220? No, 227.
Dude, it's almost a Mark 23. The fucking gun's huge.
It's a big gun.
Yeah, the damn thing is gigantic. As long as he's taller than Bloomberg, that's a gigantic gun. If it's Bloomberg, shit, it could be probably a Beretta PX.
It could be a Daisy Air pistol. Guy's small.
It's a
He's
P-22. I
tiny.
was trying to think of tall guns, and I got the Walther and the Beretta PX4 Storm. Like, those are some pretty tall guns. Yeah, he just came out like, I will fucking shoot you in the goddamn face. Like,
Hey,
do it,
XT9.
brother. The only really the reason this isn't going to go super viral, everybody involved was black.
Well, yeah, because nobody
that.
cares about black on black violence.
Yeah. And chances of him getting arrested, pretty good, but I don't think he's going to get prosecuted. He knows the DA.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Which, again, is probably why there's more than 10 rounds in that thing.
It's yeah, it's going to be like all right, as DA, I'm going to accuse myself from this this prosecution. My good friend from Chicago, Kim Fox, is going to take over.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, we should probably look for a Smollett update.
Juicy Smouye.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. We got Chris Matthews quitting hardball.
He's retiring from MSNBC altogether. Which, how old do you think Chris Matthews is? Without looking at it.
Biden's age. Now I'm going to go 51. I'm going the other direction.
Try again.
Older or younger than 51?
Oh, he's much older.
Oh, is he older than Biden?
No, I don't think he's older than Biden, but he's 74.
Oh, so he's Trump's age.
A little older, yeah. Yeah, can you believe that Trump is the youngest male candidate at this point?
No,
you told me that. Yeah, you told me that yesterday, and today I see it on the Blaze. So I was like, oh, how about that? I mean, you have to. Like, look at that stuff to watch.
Yep. That's amazing. The 73-year-old is the youngest candidate. And I think Trump is actually older than Reagan was when he left office. And people were complaining about Reagan being old.
Yeah, well, some were, some weren't. Yeah, I heard Reagan wasn't going to take age into consideration during his re-election.
Yeah, he wasn't going to let the youth and inexperience of his opponents get in the way.
Reagan was great.
Yeah.
It says something when your opponent who's on the stage shitting all over you ends up laughing at your joke.
Reagan was an extremely likable guy. And when somebody says that Obama was eloquent, I'm left dumbfounded because he wasn't, like, at all. His speaking patterns were terrible.
What do you mean?
And just the way he spoke was terrible. Now, if you want to compare him to Bush, sure, he was more eloquent than Bush. He had a larger vocabulary. He knew how to link words together, but his cadence was horrible. And if you don't remember Reagan, go back and watch his speeches. The guy was the most eloquent president I think we've ever had.
One of my favorites from Bush is fool me once, shame on me. You fool me twice, fooled man can't get fooled again. Like, that's not how most of that goes. Like at all.
Yeah, and I think even if you compare Obama to Clinton, Clinton was a better orator. Clinton gave Clinton gave better oral than Obama.
Okay, I'm going with that one. Clinton was, in fact, a very intelligent man. up until he got kicked out of first ever kicked out of being a Rhodes Scholar. He was asked to leave Eton. No one mentioned the accusations of rape that were involved in that, but yeah, he was asked to leave, and the Vietnam War was over, so he left. Oh, but my shin splints. Like, yeah, of course Trump was given a way out of going to the Vietnam War. His father was a rich Democrat.
Yeah, what kind of world do we live in where Trump, the lifelong New York Democrat, is the president of the United States under the Republican banner, and Mike Bloomberg, the only ran as mayor as a Republican of New York and won, is now running for president as a Democrat?
Yeah, that shit is shady.
Mm-hmm.
I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oops.
All right. What else you got, Garrick?
What else have I got? Oh shit, not really not a whole bunch. Fuck, I fucked up that piece of brass. Son of a bitch.
You should be paying attention to what you're doing. And by that, I mean the stream.
No, I refuse. I can do this in my sleep. Which by that...
Fuck up brass? Yeah, apparently you can.
No, do the stream in my sleep, and by that I mean I would fall asleep during the stream.
Yeah, well, that's good, I guess.
You can argue on that point, can you?
No, I can't. You are correct. So, who's dropping next?
Oh, shit. Fuck, who's left?
Warren, Bernie, Biden, and technically Bloomberg.
Probably Warren, if I had to guess.
So who does she endorse?
Oh, Bernie, for sure. She wants VP. I don't think she's going to get it, but she wants it.
After the shit she pulled accusing him of saying that a woman shouldn't be president?
Again.
You think that's going to be water under the bridge?
Again, I don't think she's going to get it, but I think she wants it.
I don't know that she does. I think at this point they're all aware that they're going to lose. And she doesn't want to be attached to a losing ticket.
I was hoping they would stick it out, honestly. I really was. I wanted to see this turn into a fucking bloodbath until the actual election day in November.
I always kind of figured it would wash out after tomorrow. I wasn't expecting 3 to drop days before. You know, tomorrow could have been interesting. Now it's just going to be, is it Biden or is it Bernie? And which states go for who?
Well, I don't think Michelle's gonna do it, but you think she's a viable shot?
Michelle Obama?
Yeah.
No.
I was hoping he meant Michelle Fields.
Well, we know that Shapiro would vote for her.
He's gonna back that ass up.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, speaking of back that ass up, Steyer and his wife dancing.
Oh God.
Stephen brings up a good point. When is Tulsi going to officially drop out? Didn't realize she hadn't, honestly. The Dems obviously don't want her, so I mean, what's her actual viability? I mean, she's got less viability now than Bloomberg, even though she's a much better candidate.
Let's see who's still in the race.
Biden, Bloomberg, Bernie, Warren. I guess technically Tulsi, but does Beto make a comeback is the question. I could see Bernie tapping Beto as a Veep.
Hell yeah, for that Texas vote.
Kind of would need to announce it now, though, if he's expecting to win tomorrow. I don't know that he wins Texas tomorrow natively.
It does sound pretty smart on paper, but I think in practicality it's not, because he's probably going to lose regardless, or lose Texas regardless.
Bernie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude,
Texas
Beto
is
didn't
a
even win
weird call, man.
Texas.
I can't see who would win that one. What if Warren wins Texas? That would be really weird.
There's not enough Native Americans to elect her.
Take care of your
They
damn
vote for their
puppy.
own.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, he wants out the door. You're a whiny bitch.
Why would you be muted for mentioning my Twitter?
I don't know. Did Steven, did you time him out, Steven?
No, I see it. Well,
Yeah, I didn't see a timeout.
I am.
So I guess not.
No. I don't see anything about Tulsi in here. Maybe she's suspended and we forgot about it.
Tulsi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, after the raw deal she got about the debates, I could see it.
Well, fuck her. She's a Russian agent. I heard it on the internet.
Yeah. I trust my Clintonian sources.
Well, do you trust them with your life?
I have to, because otherwise they take it.
What else do we have? We have there's Super Tuesday coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just had Ash Wednesday.
How many
What
of
else do
you
we
are,
got going on?
are calf holes?
What?
Raise my hand.
You're a calf hole?
Yeah. Just out of guilt.
Yeah. See, I was raised Episcopalian, which is Catholic light. All of the fun, none of the guilt.
I was raised Catholic, but I missed Ash Wednesday this year, so
You went Super Tuesday?
yeah, I almost said it. Fuck. And I missed Mardi Gras, which is even worse in my opinion.
Considering, yeah, where you live,
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I done send me.
you're going to get a hurricane. I can tell.
Oh, I need to send y'all that meme that I got. Oh god, that shit was funny. You have to be somewhat familiar with Cajun culture to understand it, but god damn it, it's funny.
I'm not familiar.
I will make you familiar.
Did you send it?
Now, give me a second. Doing it.
I like that threat at least.
About
Do it. Let the English see it. Do it.
right about meow.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
I don't know what a po' boy is.
What a what?
Use a crab boil. Nice. I would laugh my ass off if somebody came up to me with a fleur de lis as their frickin' ash.
Well, which one you didn't know, Jay?
Oh no, I was I was trying to think of a word from New Orleans that I could pronounce.
Po'
Yeah,
boy?
it's po' boy.
Yeah. Not etouffee?
That was the other one.
I'm surprised you didn't go with that one.
Literally the only other one I got is fleur de lis.
It's not even a French word in common use.
Actually, I watched. What the hell did I watch? Oh, the Da Vinci Code the other day. It's referenced French. Sometimes I like to watch movies that make me feel smart. Other times I can't handle it, and I just watch the Democratic debates, and I feel smart.
We only got one really
Sometimes
good bitch fest out of the Democrats squawking at each other. How many senators are up this year? Do we know?
Same as last election year, I'm sure.
Well,
no, one is 34.
Yeah. That's true. I just don't know which states are up. I know we've got one, but it's kind of a special election more so than anything else because it's filling McCain's
Oh, what's her
seat.
shit seat? Yeah. I'll just let the election get stolen from me. I'll get a seat anyway.
Pretty much how that went down. And it's because Sheriff Joe decided to fuck over Kelly Ward, who then became the head of the state GOP, which was interesting. But yeah, McSally is just so bleh. She's just kind of there.
Ooh. That is not good.
Why is that?
Well, somehow it's 35 seats are up for election in 2020.
What?
How many of them?
23 Republican,
Ooh.
12 Democrat.
I'll bet you that extra one is McCain's seat. That's probably why. It's probably a 34 year, and then with McCain, it's the special election, so 35.
That's a possibility. Or, no, I was going to say Biden. I don't know why I was going to say Biden. He's not a senator again, is he?
He's not anything right now.
Okay. So, you guys ready to talk coronavirus?
Sure, we're not monetized anyway, so go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know anything, so feel free to educate me.
Well, have you been watching the Neon Realist videos on the coronavirus?
No.
Oh, you should, man. Friend of the show.
I know. There's a lot of things I should watch. I simply do not have the time.
Friend of the show that doesn't
You
freaking
bastard.
listen or won't join us.
He doesn't watch us. I can call him whatever I want. Watch this. Neo's a libertarian fucktard. Huh?
What the shit? That's a fucked up crimp they put on there. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Did I interrupt your chores with my my silly little podcast?
You did, but I'll allow it.
Plus, I don't get in between you and your straitjacking time with the bunkmates. Sean, did you see the video?
Which one? I watch most of them.
The newest one where like he literally conspiratards it up in like a scary fucking
Well,
with proof kind of way.
he's been fear mongering pretty much since day one on that shit. And it's not that it's not important because it is, but I think that he's really leaned into the this is spicy and I'm gonna capitalize on it sort of angle. So I take
From what I
everything
know
that-
about Contagions, he's doing a solid job.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
covering
he does. I got to give the guy credit. He does a lot of good research on stuff that isn't common knowledge. So he's like breaking down the peptides in the strain and some of the chromosomes and shit like that, and was down to like apparently the one that's in Washington now is its own hybrid. So it didn't apparently. I mean, even if it originated in China, it's a mutation that's all its own.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
So
Well, I mean, hang on. First off, I don't want you to get in quite that deep until you answer the first question I need answered, which is it going to be a problem for us here in America, aside from economically speaking?
well, that's something he can't really. That's a future issue that already has hundreds of cases in Washington.
Right. It's one of those things. Is it going to be a problem? Yes. The question is how big, and is it worse than like the flu itself? I would imagine that the number of cases is still dwarfed by number of cases of the flu. This is just a heavy duty flu that can knock down people in their prime. So it's scarier, but I don't know that it's any worse than anything else.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Before you get lost into the weeds of the different strains and whatever else you can come up with, those are the questions I need answered. Those are the pertinent ones, if you will.
Well, okay, the press loves it because it's doom and gloom and it's, scary stuff that they can get clicks and traffic off of. So they're going to report the shit out of it, which is kind of what I'm calling Neo out for doing himself. He's doing kind of the same thing. Is it a public service? I can't say that it's not, but I mean, it's certainly a self-serving sort of thing because I don't know, the fear-mongering seems to be a bigger deal to me than the actual disease itself. Especially in places like America. I expect it to ravage China. I expect it to ravage India. I expect it to ravage Iran. It could even ravage Greece or some of the Balkans, because of cultural cleanliness, medical care, and the like. But what does that mean for America? I mean, other than the sage advice of washing your hands, try not to touch your face, it shouldn't affect us any worse than the flu always does. And I say that knowing that the flu knocks out a significant portion of the workforce regularly.
Yeah, we've already had a couple of entire cities shut down. City governments shut down because of the flu.
Yeah, my industry's suffering hard, but that kind of makes some sense.
Yeah, yours would. I saw a picture of a couple of people with tan lines for surgical masks, and I was like, I should send this to. It's hilarious.
Yeah, except our stock sucks, and we're suffering a little bit. But again, I think that if you want to go on a cheap cruise, wait another month, cash in on the sales, and sail next year.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Corona is compared to the number that gets the flu versus the number of deaths, its mortality rate is 4 times higher than the flu. And it's 3 times higher than SARS for mortality. That is in comparison with, everybody that gets the flu, just the elderly and the young die. The outliers, the unhealthy population. This shit's killing healthy doctors in their 30s.
Yeah.
The coronavirus. It is absolutely different, and is now because they're It's reached Texas, which is halfway through the country. It's a pandemic. It's in Europe. It's in China. It's in America. That's pandemic as opposed to epidemic.
Right, but I mean,
good luck with
okay,
that.
so let's
I don't
put it
know.
in context, though. The flu is a pandemic.
Yeah. And the plague wasn't. Just saying. Yeah, the Black Plague killed half of Europe. Still wasn't a pandemic.
But then again, that goes to knowing what caused it, knowing how to prevent it, knowing how to care for it once you have it. And I think that America's got that over most of the countries in spades.
I don't know if I trust the coronavirus Texas trending. I mean, Super Tuesday is tomorrow.
So you think that's
Maybe
just to lower voter turnout in Texas?
Yeah, for Biden voters are stupid enough not to read Twitter. Like, it's only.
Well, no, you got a good point there. Which candidates' supporters are most likely to be on Twitter?
Trump and Biden.
Oh, Bernie Bros.
Oh, Bernie Bros?
Yeah.
Bernie Bros.
Dude, you picked the other one. Bernie Bros are all the fuck over Twitter.
Yeah. Twitter's their jam, yo.
I mean,
well, hey,
all
right, speaking of, what do you guys think about these guys that are that keep saying on Twitter that they plan on going to Trump rallies if they catch Corona?
That's not how it works.
Yeah, I mean, so what if they do?
I mean, obviously their plan is to wage biological warfare of sorts.
Yeah, I think
Dude, fuck those blue check marks. They all live in California and New York. There isn't somebody from Hillgrass, Tennessee, talking shit about going to a Trump rally and coughing on everybody. First off, this week, Trump was in North Carolina. What's the likelihood that there's going to be a Trump rally in your area during your contagion when you're healthy enough to go to it? Because good luck dying on your way to the road trip and then standing in line for 67 hours to get in. It's not going to happen. It's just silly. Now, what did scare people were the threats from Antifa that were going to show up at the Unite the Right 2 years ago with dirty safety pins and stab people with their HIV. That is a real threat. Didn't happen, but that's the threat because people talk shit on the internet. And usually it's cowards who do. If you don't believe that, fight me on the internet. But point, that might have gone off the rails a little bit, but you get my point. So what fucking it just broke my point. Where was it again? The Neo video that he just covered was like an in-depth about this. I don't know if you saw one a couple days ago about the South Korean death cult, apocalypse cult.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was covering, is like how it turns out they might be so much more responsible for what's happening here.
Fascinating.
Like, to the point was they recently opened up shop in Wuhan, and they think they might have gotten a hold of one of the Wuhanian scientists. I got nothing. It's fucking China. I don't know.
Just say one of the scientists from Wuhan. How hard is that?
Wuhanian? Because I want to say Wuhanian.
Wuhanians?
I don't know if that's accurate. I'm a fucking Michigander. I hate our shit. Shit, I don't even, what are we, Tennacians here? Anyway, they might have actually been responsible for its outbreak. And there's literally video. He shows video of mask wearing fuck bags. Not masks, but the health masks, pulling their masks down and spitting on people. Or there's one of a couple people in an elevator, and this female, I assume is female because she had Kleenex, is handing Kleenex to a guy, and he's licking the Kleenex and wiping a button, tossing the Kleenex and doing it to every button on the elevator. While South Korea, who is not like weirdly controlled by China, are literally seeking to prosecute them for murder. It's not fake news. I don't know how the law works there, but they're interested in it. And I mocked those guys when I saw it last week. About like, imagine getting somebody who they fear has a fever, and everyone in this apocalypse cult licks their bowl, and they just all get the flu. How shitty would that be?
It would be crappy.
We'll see how that ends up working out.
Hey, Mandatory Care.
It's a really good video.
Got Mandatory Carry in the chat.
Right on.
God, these are some weird ones. What the shit?
Iran created Corona? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's giving them way too much credit. Pretty sure China did.
What, gave him too much credit?
No. Gave them the Wuhan flu.
Yeah. When I heard about the Justice Secretary for Iran jumping off a bridge to like honor himself, it's like, Jesus.
Well, did you see the videos of him? He's like sitting there doing press conferences, sweating up a storm, wiping his brow and stuff, and like he's obviously
That was the health minister.
Yeah.
The justice guy. He started coughing and jumped off a bridge.
Damn.
Just insane. What the hell are you doing now, Raggle?
Trying to prime brass.
Oh, you're stacking. Yeah, just jiggle those explosives around a little more. That'll help.
Well, no, I'm trying to make them flip back over.
Yeah.
Oh, first case of coronavirus confirmed in Manhattan. That's going to go well.
Oh, dear freaking Lord.
I swear to
I
Christ,
didn't see that.
if it makes it here, I'm taking leave. I'm going home.
Pretty sure that just about everything else kills people more efficiently than coronavirus.
Yeah, but I can avoid it at home. Nobody bothers me there.
Well, dude, the flu kills as many people a year as guns. Like, all guns. Suicides included.
Car accidents, medical malpractice probably kills more people.
Oh, malpractice. That's like an order of magnitude, like 10 times as much. Oh, speaking of, so the Trump rally in North Carolina, yeah, he was just told the numbers of the flu, and he's flipping out about it. It's like 27,000 a year. Did you know this? 27,000. I didn't know this. Nobody knows this. You CDC guys, you gotta get on this. So he was talking with the pharmaceutical industry, and he threw them the, hey, start fixing the flu. Like, that's not how it works, Trump. You can't cure shit. It's not what the pharmaceutical industry wants. They want to milk you with a less effective thing. You're not going to get it there. He also told the people of the Carolinas that his son Eric loves them so much he named his daughter after them. So I expect that to be fact checked tomorrow, or possibly today. Did Eric Trump name his daughter Carolina after the Carolinas?
I got some sad news, gentlemen.
What's that?
James Lipton has died today.
Who?
I told you that.
Is that the same guy?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay. I thought that was a completely different guy.
Who
What
is
do you
this?
think James Lipton does?
He was the
Wait, were
inside
you
the
thinking
actor's
Martin Mull?
studio. Yeah.
Yes, compelling and rich.
Oh. Unfortunate.
Yeah. How many people did smallpox kill this year, James? Why don't you look it up? One, and it's because a truck named Smallpox fell on him. Yeah. What the fuck? Will Ferrell credited Lipton with he was doing an impression of Lipton when he played on whatever Ron Burgundy's on
Yeah, the Anchorman.
as Anchorman. That's what it is. That he was doing an impersonation of James Lipton.
Okay.
Well, yeah, the guy was like 94, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was something. He was old.
It's like him and Larry King competing to name who dies first.
There you got to go tempting fate again, and death is off on its errand to go get Larry King. Now. What do you got against Larry King?
Just reminding Death. He's like, oh, I forgot that one. Macaulay Culkin posted, he's like, I see I'm trending on Twitter. Did I die again? It's like, no, you're starring in American Horror Story. Calm down.
Did he die in American Horror Story? Because that would make sense.
He hasn't even started. Yeah, he just got put on the cast for next season.
Oh, cool.
Good to see him acting again.
What did I see him in? No, that was his brother. What did I see him in? No, that was his brother.
You saw him in Home Alone.
Home Alone 3, that's what it was.
And then probably My Girl.
Oh, you shut up. Oh, God, now I'm sad again.
Why isn't he wearing his glasses? He needs his glasses to see.
No. I just watched Candyman, too, so now I hate bees again. Oh, have you seen The Good Son?
I have not.
You should watch The Good Son. I mean, he's like 12, but I'm fucking scared of that kid.
Okay.
Like holy shit. This kid, for being a kid, still a pretty fucking decent actor. He like him and Gage, Night Mail Babysitting. That's what that is. Gage from Pet Sematary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so much his career died as his addictions lived, and made him uncastable. Not that people didn't like him, but
let's be fair. He was a cute kid that got weird looking as a teenager and a young adult.
yeah, he was freaking awful. And Steven, what's that movie with Mandy Moore? He knows what I'm talking about. It's the last movie I actually saw.
Unless you want to make a kid play biopic where young Kid Rock is a heroin addict, Macaulay Culkin's not really that much going for him.
Dude, I don't know. Haley Joel Osment's still acting, and that guy's a full-blown potato.
He's acting in Kevin Smith movies.
I was going to say, what has he done besides The Boys? That was the last thing I remember seeing him in.
like the director's a potato, having the potatoes direct. Saved. Thank you, Steven. And that was like, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. But still. I don't hold it against anybody who spends like any amount of time in Hollywood and goes, you know what? Fuck that. Nah.
It's got to wear on
like
your
Tim
soul.
Tebow. Tim Tebow gets 6 months. He's like, nope, I'd rather love Christ. Take care, everybody. It's like Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen is a different story. That poor guy. He's almost out of money.
Is he though?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure the HIV running through his veins, you have to like grind up $10,000 a month and just inject into your veins to keep it at bay. Which is how Magic got cured. Also, Magic needs money.
That's a great South Park reference. Nice work.
I like to work them in every once in a while for a friend of the show, Facepalm Reality.
Yeah.
Actual friend of the show.
Plus, it's an hour and 10 in. So. Dude! I wasn't going to contradict us.
Sounds like Garrick's rich.
It does, doesn't it? Except it ain't gold, it's brass. Brass ain't worth that much.
That's brass, not copper. Well, Steve and I were talking about Saved a couple months ago, which is why I watched it in the first place. For Mardi Gras, I watched the first 3 Hatchet films, and I still enjoy them. I think it's kind of naive for a director, or how good intention they are, to outright say no CGI. Like, you need some CGI. Like, you still got to take out wires or remove like cameramen or.
If there's one thing Peter Jackson taught us, is that with CGI, less is more.
Dude, Peter Jackson has nothing to talk about. He practically invented CGI.
Yeah, but he didn't use it on the characters in the first trilogy, but the second trilogy he did, and it showed.
No.
Not nearly
Peter Jackson. You're a youngin', so you don't know this. Peter Jackson practically invented CGI with the Frighteners. Sure, there are sci-fi movies and whatnot ahead of that, but he went to like a Best Buy and bought like 25 towers to interconnect together to chain link for processing power to make the digital effects for the movie Frighteners. And some of them were absolutely excellent, and some of them were a ghost in a painting, which I still hate to this fucking day. God, that ghost was just awful.
I was going to say because it was horribly done, or because you were scared shitless.
Oh no! I've never been scared by a movie because my mother was scared
the shit out of me.
Which one?
My mother was scarier than any horror guy in the 80s and 90s. Like, there was a choice of staying out of my house past 18 or going to war. I was going to go to war. It was because it's less scary than my mother was. But also fight me on the internet. I'm brave. But there's some sick shit in the Frighteners. It's kind of like it's supposed to be a PG-13 movie, but there are just some gross undertones in that movie. And one of the last appearances of John Aniston. Sean Astin's dad.
John Astin,
John Astin.
who was married to shit. She was famous too. Had her own show.
I'm brain farting myself.
The Identical Cousins show. Patty Duke. There we go.
Yeah, God damn it, you got it first. Yeah. I was brain farting myself on that one.
Yeah, Patty Duke is Sean Astin's mom.
Mm-hmm.
And despite his shitty politics, I like Sean Astin a lot.
I prefer Brendan Fraser and Pauly Shore, the other half of Encino Man.
Did you watch that episode of Joe Rogan with Pauly Shore?
Steven just quoted the fucking disgusting line I was thinking of from the movie. No. I'm pretty sure he's dead. I saw a movie and everything. I actually did not see that movie. Is it any good? I don't like Joe Rogan.
Why?
It's fine. It's interesting. You learn a little bit about him. You learn a lot about how growing up in the industry it fucks with you for sure.
Oh, speaking of, so Corey's got his famous pedo documentary coming out on March 9th. And he's really pushing it, and he's super excited about it. And he calls it like his greatest achievement, his act of love. And it's something about two Corys, just something about him and Corey Haim, who, for say whatever you want, he was devastated by the death of his friend.
Yes.
And
he wasn't mentally stable to begin with, so yeah.
Yeah. And he's coming out and he's going to name names, which I don't know. I'm not going to watch it. I'll just wait for 2 days later and hear what hear what Rage has to say about it, because he's definitely going to watch it for any Michael Jackson references.
Razor?
But yeah.
Oh God, yes. No, Razor would be all over that shit.
Yeah, he'll do a full breakdown of the documentary after. It'll be a 340-minute to 3-parter for about 2 hours. Even the documentary is an hour long.
Well, I don't think Razor is much of a fan of Corey.
Corey didn't say anything about Michael Jackson.
Corey thinks he is Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but he didn't say anything derogatory, which I don't think.
He loves the shit out of Michael Jackson.
I don't think Michael Jackson did anything wrong. I think he had too many people that he had no men. Like no one told him no.
No, I'm pretty sure Sony.
Michael Jackson had
pretty sure the whole Michael Jackson stuff was Sony, because Sony is
okay. I
a shitty company that gets what it wants by hook or by crook, and isn't afraid to lean into the crook.
Yeah. Brendan Fraser's character on Scrubs was Brendan Fraser. I've met Brendan Fraser. I gave him a camera. He is a huge antique camera enthusiast, and the character he played on Scrubs is him. So if you left him in Scrubs, you love Brendan Fraser. I don't even think he had lines.
Oh, speaking of obscure actors that didn't get work for a while, Rick Moranis says he's coming back for a new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Dude, that doesn't count. Rick Moranis does not count as an obscure actor. He left Hollywood.
Well, his wife died, and he took care of his family.
Yeah, his wife died, and he stepped out of the to raise children. That really doesn't count as a.
I'm wondering if he has a cameo in the new Ghostbusters.
That would be pretty neat.
Ooh,
That would be really cool if he does. Like, really
to
cool.
start
if he
out
does.
with, yeah.
Yeah. Not a big part, just a, hey, there's the guy from Ghostbusters. I can't even remember the character's name. Now I gotta look that up. Damn it, that's bugging me.
I'm stuck on Vakeman, but that's
That's
Bill
Harold
Murray.
Ramis.
Was, Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Venkman was
Yeah, it was Bill Murray.
motherfucker.
Yeah. It was Egon that was...
Egon.
Bill Ramis.
Yeah, Egon was. I almost said Egon was. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. What was his name?
I gotta... Oh,
Lewis?
Okay, this says he's not going to be in Afterlife. That sucks.
Yeah, Lewis
something.
Tully.
Okay. God, that would be such a great role for him to just show up in for like one half of a scene. And oh my God, that would have been epic.
Did Walter Peck survive?
Yes. He remember at the very end he got covered in Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but he did survive.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so he didn't get murdered, unlike whoever they flung. I think did Bill Murray get killed in the 2016 Ghostbusters?
No, he got killed in Zombieland.
Dude, I hate
Twice.
you. Just know that. Did he get killed twice?
He did because he
he
got
come back as
he
a
got
zombie?
he got killed, was left for dead, became a zombie, and then they had to kill him again.
Oh, I do not remember that from Zombieland. I still haven't seen the new one.
What?
No, didn't they kill him? He got thrown out a window, the second story window, by a ghost that they unleashed for some stupid fuck. Did they kill him though? Because the next scene, like he was in front, or they were in front of the mayor.
But isn't the actor who played him dead? Because he was
Who
he
played-
he was the quintessential dick in all of the movies. He was a dick in Die Hard.
Oh, I was like, well, okay, so William Atherton. I don't think he's dead. Is he dead?
I thought he might have died.
No, he can't. How long ago? Because
Like last year, maybe?
because I remember him in something from like 2013.
So wait, Harold Ramis died in 2004, right?
Was it?
That might be too early. I know. When did Harold? Ramis
No. Okay, so he's not
think
dead.
he died, like,
William
6 years
Atherton
ago.
is still alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was on Jin. He was a priest in Jin. Harold Ramis died in 2014.
14. I knew there was a 4. Okay. Just a decade early. That's all. My bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm off by like 6 years for when Roddy Piper died. I swear I saw him in a movie that he abruptly departed, and I guess I just thought he died. I guess he just quit the movie instead of finishing it. But yeah, when he died, I thought he'd been dead for 6 years.
Yeah, because when he quits, he quits hard.
Yeah, he quit the fuck up. You know who's one of like the most surprising is Cal Penn was on like the #1 ranked show at the time, House, and he just quit to work for the Obama administration, and he quit so abruptly that they didn't even have a death for him. Like they didn't show his body. Like they showed the back half of his body. They're like, "Oh, that's our buddy. He's dead." Like he was just gone.
Whoa, Casey Kasem was in Ghostbusters?
Larry King was in Ghostbusters too.
Yes, he was. That I remember.
But yeah, they were both played themselves. You know who else was in Die Hard and Ghostbusters? I'll fucking wait.
No, who else?
Carl Winslow. Reginald Vell Johnson.
Who was he in Ghostbusters? Oh, he was a guard.
He was a jail guard.
Yeah.
That was a chunky cop.
Yeah, he always played Carl.
I think literally
like in everything he ever did, he was always Carl.
Yeah. Yeah. Like him and Steve Urkel are literally in competition for who plays Steve Urkel and Carl Winslow more and different programs. Urkel was an episode of Step by Step. He was in Full House.
Hey guys, is Urkel still Urkeling?
No,
last thing I saw him in was Fear Factor. So, well, he was getting big, and they're like, "You can't be working out." He's like, "Oh, I'm not working out. I just happen to be black."
No, he was working out. You don't get that ripped by not working out.
Yeah. But Penn actually killed himself later. Yeah, he did. He did commit suicide. That's right.
Let's see, Reginald Vell Johnson was in Turner and Hooch.
Oh God, I love Turner and Hooch. That big sloppy fucking dog.
Ghostbusters, Die Hard 2, and then Family Matters.
What was he in Turner and Hooch? Just
hang on.
like top number 3.
IMDb. Cap.
Love the sound effects.
David Stutton.
Yeah, he was. Oh, he actually got a name. He actually played himself in an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Reginald Vell Johnson just seemed like a solid dude.
Yeah.
He, I guess he bought his mom a house.
Really?
Like with his Die Hard check, he bought his mom a house.
I was so tickled. He was on an episode of Chuck, and he played Al Powell, Sergeant Al Powell. I was like, wait, was that his character from Die Hard? Like, I know it was Al.
He played Sergeant Al Powell.
Yeah. I was like, is it was that his name? You know, but fucking Chuck was in like 2007. There was no IMDb in 2007.
You know, of all the actors who have passed, the only one that came out of nowhere that hit me and like affected me and I was actually sad about, Alan Rickman.
Oh
yeah, that was surprising.
But he didn't tell anybody that he was suffering from cancer either, though.
No, he didn't. And it kind of came out of nowhere and is like, I can't think of anything that he's been in that I didn't enjoy the hell out of.
Not even Harry Potter? I know your generation doesn't like Harry Potter.
I love Harry Potter.
I never really read the books, so for me, he was Snape. And so I thought he did a really good job. And he played the complexity of the character right, which is, you get somebody else to do it, they just chew the scenery as Snape and not be sympathetic at all. And he managed to be both menacing and sympathetic. So I don't know many other actors that would have the range and caliber that could have done that with that character.
My favorite Alan Rickman is oh God, what's the Galaxy Quest?
Galaxy Quest, yeah. By Grapthar's hammer.
And then
you shall be avenged.
Actually,
and then there's he played the like half of Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and the other half was played by Professor Flitwick, Warwick Davis.
Yeah. He played the voice of God in Dogma. That was good.
No, he didn't. No, not the voice of God. What was he? It was Atlantis Morissette. So
Yeah,
whatever.
well, no, Alanis Morissette played God. He played the voice of God. See, I don't even know if that character had a name.
like the Herald.
Hang on. Yes.
Maybe like the Herald or something.
Dogma.
And you see, I watched Galaxy Quest probably a month ago, maybe just a couple weeks ago, but it's a fine movie. I wouldn't say it's great. You watch the documentary about it, man, they hype the shit out of it. They make it sound like it's fan-fucking-tastic.
It's a good movie.
It's a fine movie. I wouldn't say it's
I think he was the scribe of God.
Hang on, I'm trying to find him. Metatron.
Scribe of God. Name is Metatron. I learned that on Supernatural. Yeah, Scribe of God, because she didn't talk, but
Right.
the voice of God would make sense.
Right, would just make your head explode, which is how she kills Matt Damon at the end. Spoilers.
Spoiler on a 21-year-old movie?
30-year-old
movie?
Yeah, 30-year-old movie, yeah. Not quite 30, but yes.
Oh, you know who I just thinking back to Pauly Shore.
I miss the Weasel.
Was it Lane Smith? I think was his name. Excuse me. I think it was Lane Smith. Hold on, I have to look him up. IMDb coming for you. Yeah, the father from the Son-in-Law, the movie. He was always a dick character that I just kind of liked. Still, like he was like the opposing coach on Mighty Ducks. He was
Which movie is it?
that ass
Encino Man?
Lane Smith, the character Lane Smith,
Or Son-in-Law?
he was the prosecutor in My Cousin Vinny.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was the coach that they faced off against in the Mighty Ducks. He was what the hell was he in Distinguished Gentleman?
When he
He's like a senator or something in the Distinguished.
Oh,
Hmm?
I thought he was the instructor. I thought he was the sea diving instructor.
In what?
Not a few gimmicks. What was it? Honorable. You just said it.
The Distinguished Gentleman doesn't have a sea diving part of the movie. It's Eddie Murphy goes to Congress.
Oh,
Steven says Alanis Morissette killed Affleck, not Damon.
okay. I'm confusing it with that Cuba Gooding Jr. movie.
An Officer and a Gentleman?
Yeah.
No. Am I calling it the wrong movie?
No, you're probably right, and I'm wrong. Would be the status quo.
Yeah, it's The Distinguished Gentleman, starring he played Dick Dodge. Yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
easy-
I think he's a lovable. Yeah, I had to bring it over to. Believe it or not, most of this shit's from memory. I had to bring it over for the Distinguished Gentleman, Freddie Murphy. Yeah, I like that guy, even though he's kind of a hard ass and a bit of a semi scoundrel, like Jim Trotter III from My Cousin Vinny. You know, he was just trying to do his job as a prosecutor. He played Perry White in Lois and Clark, which, you know, he's Men of Honor is The distinguished gentleman was Richard Gere. I don't know how I got Richard Gere and Cuba Gooding Jr. confused. An officer and a gentleman, I mean. I apparently am Raggle levels of retarded, so that works for me.
Just keeping you honest.
Did you hear me, Sean, that Alanis Morissette killed Affleck, not Damon,
Yeah,
according
I
to
saw
Steven?
that
So you're
from
wrong.
Steven. Yeah, well, Steven knows better than I do about movies, so more power to him.
Michael Clark Duncan. Oh yeah, the ambassador on That's So Rape.
We were watching The Green Mile the other night. Oh, man. It's hard to watch now.
Oh, so I brought up Corey Feldman's. Speaking of The Green Mile, I brought up Corey Feldman and his pedo movie coming out on March 9th. Stephen King told Corey Feldman to chill, man, in response to his movie coming out. And Corey Feldman responded with inviting Stephen to the premiere in LA. And Stephen King didn't respond to it. But there's like a bunch of people going around saying Stephen King's a pedo. And of course, there's talk of what happened in the movie It. And I'm like, whoa, calm down. That's not pedophilia. That's cocaine and a typewriter. like, I don't like Stephen King at all. I don't defend his movies nearly ever. But I'm going to need more than that to call the guy a pedophile. Like, I think he's a sick, coped up fuck bag, but pedophile, that's, I'm going to step away from that accusation for a little bit. Do it. I'll fucking tell Dean King I'm talking about his show. I love that man. What else? I mentioned the apocalypse cult in South Korea was licking doorknobs and shit.
Oh, did y'all talk about drag queens dancing in front of children?
No, I intentionally didn't watch that video because it just makes me angry. But man, is it all over Twitter.
Oh no? Did I mention this?
No, we didn't talk about it.
Something about surviving in Dallas? I'm not there yet. What's going on now?
Go ahead, Garrett.
Okay, so this kid, it's a little girl, looks to be like she's 4, maybe 5 years old. At a birthday party, they bring a drag queen tranny, male to female, and dances provocatively in front of this little girl. And they got her set up like it's a bachelorette party and she's about to get a lap dance. It's fucked up. What the hell is going on?
Is it a tranny or a drag queen? Those are different entities.
I don't know. I can't fucking tell the difference anymore. We'll stick with tranny for now.
Trannies are people who think they're in the wrong body, so their makeup is usually subdued.
Okay, well, she was definitely dressed up, so what are we going to go with?
Drag queens are cross-dressers, and they're usually over the top.
Yeah, this one was over the top. We'll go with drag queen for now.
Okay, because there's it's a difference.
Yeah. Well, in any case, it's child abuse of the highest order.
Yeah. Those two are predominantly exclusive preferences. There's I do not think there's a tranny out there who drags in the opposite sex. Like, if they believe they're a man, they're not gonna dress as a woman to get off. Or that is such a level of fucked up, I can't even understand it.
Well, they're getting there. That's for sure.
You're a man trapped in a woman's body, and the woman's body you're trapped in gets empowered. Or no, you're a woman trapped in a man's body. So you think you're a female that is empowered by dressing like a male.
Who dresses like a female, over the top.
That is like the least problematic problem to ever be a problem. Just dress as a dude. No one will give you shit. Put the boa down. You're dressing like a dude. Like an actual dude.
Oh my
it's so fucking
God.
stupid. Go on.
Okay, so Alyssa Milano endorsed Biden.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
I refuse to underestimate the power of intelligence, kindness, and decency. My friend at Joe Biden has all of that and so much more. Joe already has the respect of world leaders. He has the experience to effectively lead on day one. I'm endorsing Joe Biden for president. Fairly innocuous. You know, an idiot spouting her, whatever. She's free to do
James,
so.
that is my favorite movie of all time.
So,
Two on food.
Joe Biden responds. Thank you for your endorsement, Melissa. I'll make you proud in the Senate.
Oh my God!
Oh, no shit! No way.
This has got to be fake. I got to find this on his actual site. Oh my God.
Hang on.
Fucking
First off, put it in Matt and the Minions. Holy shit.
This has got to be fake because the next line is don't forget to vote in December. That's golden. Oh my God.
All right, Joe Biden. I'm there.
No, this has got to be
float.
fake. It's Carpe Donktum, so it's got to be a fake. That's hilarious.
He's got 4.2 million followers. Trump's got nearly 20 times that. Deborah Messing's putting out one for Biden.
Wow, they really don't want Bernie, do they? Oof.
What is that fag back now? Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it's got to be fake, but man, is that a good one.
Buttigieg ran a historic trailblazing campaign based on courage, compassion, and honesty. We will be a better country for his continued service. This is just the beginning of his time on the national stage. But you got his endorsement. It's nice when they're not attacking you personally and they're going after Bernie the whole time. Only Donald Trump could make the coronavirus about him. This president is dangerous.
He didn't make it about him. They made it about him. I'm sorry. If he's going to respond...
Yeah. They're literally trying to name it the Trump virus.
If you're too stupid to realize when he's responding to your fuckery, I'm sorry. You can just get the fuck out.
Tom Steyer has dedicated his life to making progress on some of the most pressing issues of our time. His presence will continue to be felt in the race. I look forward to working alongside him to get Donald Trump out of office. Yeah, apparently, Steyer endorsed Biden as well. I look forward to Bernie giving up and endorsing Biden. Like this week, because he folds like a Bernie suit. FYI, those are usually cheap.
Remember, kids, swage your brass.
Just not on a live stream or where other people can hear you.
Hey, this is
It's like our thing. I mean,
It's like y'all say, the only background noise I got is a lighter.
yeah. I mean, Styx has got his spoon clanks, and we've got the freaking yokels making noise in the background.
no respect. No respect.
You are too young to remember Rodney Dangerfield, sir.
Give me a single Rodney Dangerfield joke.
Hey, I watched his interviews on Johnny Carson, all right?
Johnny Carson doesn't remember the interviews with Johnny Carson. On the...
You think Joe Biden does?
Oh. No, Carson was given lines to set him up, and he couldn't do them because he was laughing so hard.
Oh, Jesus.
Like Rodney Dangerfield made Dom DeLuise cry on Carson from laughing.
I think I watched that one too. God, that was funny.
My favorite is Rodney having a hard time as a kid, and his dad goes up to him and goes, "Huh? What, Garrick?"
Oh, okay. So wait, Dom DeLuise is no, that's not. Who is the guy that was the enforcer on Casino?
Are you talking about Joe Pesci?
No, not Joe Pesci. The guy that worked for Robert De Niro in the casino as like the floor lead man, whatever it is. Boss man at the casino.
Don Rickles?
Rickles, thank you. You said Dom DeLuise, and I was thinking Don Rickles. Him and
Don DeLuise is another one. He was a floor boss. That's not an enforcer. That's
floor boss.
it's a step
right.
high in this guy. He's in control of stuff, but they're usually kind of old guys because they've been around.
So, Don Rickles on Johnny Carson, always phenomenal. I love his shit.
Yeah. Tom DeLuise was the Bandits' partner.
And him.
And he was the Godfather in Tights. But my favorite Rodney Dangerfield is even as a kid he got no respect. His parents treated him hard, and his father said, "How old are you?" And he said, "I'm 6." And my father said, "When I was your age, I was 8." I'm like, that is fucking great. It doesn't make any sense, but it's like that is so fucking hard. Like I feel that.
Hillary Clinton
he
will start a podcast reportedly inspired by comedian Conan O'Brien.
Oh,
God.
Not Joe Rogan?
He was once backed up by an orchestra. Rodney Dangerfield was backed up by an orchestra, and they ended up giving up because none of the woodwinds could perform, and the brass. None of them had any breath to play the music. It was literally like just percussions, and it wasn't even good anymore.
That's probably going to be the only podcast with lower ratings than Trevor Noah.
You're here.
Yeah, but we don't count.
Good.
Nobody knows who we are.
Yeah, like I only advertise about 5 to 7 minutes before we start, and even then, I don't even care about what the time actually is.
Oh, somebody reported James Woods again.
No, I just got him back.
Twitter. Okay, Twitter actually ruled in his favor, but he's like, yeah, Twitter, blow me. Hello, we have received a complaint regarding your account at Real James Woods for the following context. Imagine if one man was a puppet master for unthinking numbskulls who spouts his narratives because their ability to reason was so woefully challenged. We have investigated the reported content and could not identify any violations of the Twitter rules or German law. Therefore, they have taken no action.
Jeez, you people. Fuck with my James Woods account. We got anything else? We're almost at the 2 hours.
Not really. I guess there's a Trump rally.
South Carolina Trump rally?
It doesn't say where this one
Or
is.
that Carolina? I think it's North Carolina.
Oh. Guess who showed up with Biden? Robert Francis O'Rourke.
Oh,
Ah!
nice. Got the tap.
Not officially, but he's sharing a stage at a Texas rally for Biden. Oh, well, it's Texas, so.
Okay, yeah. So
Oh,
maybe,
yeah, I was gonna-
maybe not.
Let me know when that shit happens in New Hampshire.
Oh, the judge ordered Hillary Clinton to be deposed about her email stuff.
Oh, looks like someone's going to be running for president again.
Ukrainian court throws wrench into Joe Biden's 2020 election plans, order a probe into his role in the 2016 firing of a prosecutor investigating his son. No shit, Sherlock.
Oh, well, I threw up the Hangouts.
Oh my God, is this a real quote? My name is Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for United States Senate. Vote for me on Super Thursday in North South Carolina because we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women are created by the the thing.
Oh my God. He said all those independently, but I don't know if they were all in like that kind of cluster fumble plethora. Was it a plethora of errors? Sí, es guapo, plethora of errors.
All right. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.